What's up, guys? Welcome back to the MontyVerse. We are here to check out the brand new trailer for Blue Beetle. I am so excited for this movie. I love Jamie Reyes and the Blue Beetle family. Nikki, are you ready?
I'm ready because I'm also excited.
All right, guys, starting the trailer for Blue Beetle right now.
Okay, I want to fly. Let's do this.
So this could be like a Shazam montage almost.
I mean,
Gotta force it to come out. What do you?
it's more reminiscent of Spider-Man, Spider-Man from the Tobey Maguire one.
Did you know what was gonna happen to my brother when you stuck him with this world-destroying thing? It's called the Scarab. I had no idea it would activate. It has to choose you.
So how do we get it to unchoose me?
Host acquired.
Who said that?
Systems checking. 3,
Okay,
2.
it's gonna be okay.
Down, baby. I was down, but they see I'm up down, baby.
Host overreacting.
Overreacting?
So wait, is that supposed to be Becky G?
Yeah.
You know.
Threat approaching. Engaging host protection.
Like it, you know. And when we get in mode, I'ma dog it like I'm Cujo.
Threat eliminated.
Sorry about that.
Are they trying to steal away? Cut it out, cut it
What
out.
do you think the government is gonna do when they figure out that some kid has this military tech?
Bust it down, bust it down.
We are going to change the world with the power of the scarab. It
Whoa.
belongs to me.
Watch out! Watch out!
Out the way, out the way.
Oh, he's pissed.
Okay, so it looks like Conrad Carapax is a cyborg.
I'm a nobody, but I swear.
I was down, but they see I'm up now, baby.
The world is a place to protect.
I have an arsenal at my disposal.
Anything, please.
Watch and learn, Jaime. Whatever you can imagine, I can create.
Yeah, that's more like it. That love you feel for your family makes you weak. You're wrong. My family, that's what makes me strong.
Oh
Oh, I
God.
forgot how bad it looks.
I agree.
Oh, that's fucked up.
But that's how evil they are.
You are a superhero, cabron.
I love that the bug is in this movie. The bug is Ted Ford's ship. Whoa! That's the bug.
You're the Blue Beetle. I could use that arsenal right about now.
God, you never ask.
They been trying to
I love how she's like Karen from Tom Holland's Superman, but sassier.
My God, there's so much to talk about in this trailer.
bust it down, bust it down.
I advise we back away.
I was down, but they see I'm up now.
Awesome trailer. Awesome trailer. So good. Oh my gosh, my mind's racing right now because there's actually so much to talk about from this trailer, like in regards to the Blue Beetle lore. And it looks like what's really cool about this movie is they're paying homage to kind of all of the Blue Beetles and kind of telling Jamie Reyes' story while also telling parts of the other Blue Beetle stories as well. That's what I'm guessing based off kind of like what's happening. They're kind of cherry picking aspects from the comics, which I think is really cool. But one thing you did pick up on is that, yes, that is Becky G. Becky G, we learned, is voicing Khaji, which is the name of the Scarab in the comics. And you, as someone who's watched Young Justice, should know that Khaji is a Reach infiltrator.
Yes. That version was much more of an asshole, though.
Yes.
This one has sass, but that one came off more evil.
And I think I know why, like, we see Becky, like, what we see Khaji helping more towards what appears to be the climax of the movie. Because Khaji in the comics has been on Earth for thousands of years. The Reach kind of made a treaty with the Green Lantern Corps, and they needed that they wouldn't take over any worlds because they kind of fought each other to a stalemate. But the Reach ended up, that caused the Reach to develop more sophisticated methods of conquer. They chose to develop ways to conquer worlds without anyone knowing that they would be conquered until it's too late, and that led to development of the scarabs. So they sent scarabs all across the universe, and one was on Earth for thousands of years, which was found by the archaeologist Dan Garrett, who became the first Blue Beetle. But while it was on Earth, it half activated, half mixed with magic. So he was able to use some of the abilities and gain the identity of the Blue Beetle without fully being enveloped by the scarab, without becoming its host. When Dan Garrett died, he gave the scarab to his student and mentee, Ted Kord, who was unable to unlock any of the abilities of the scarab and became a Batman-like character version of the Blue Beetle, who relied more on tech and inventions to fight crime. And then after Ted Kord passed, the scarab fell into the hands of Jamie Reyes, and the scarab fully functioned and attached itself to Jaime, but the programming was damaged a little bit. So while Jaime became the host, Khaji wasn't able to take over his central nervous, basically his mind wasn't able to. So Jaime has free will and his personality while being in possession of the scarab, while being its host.
So not that bad of a malfunction for him.
Not bad for him at all. So over time, being on Earth and being, essentially a host to the scarab changes Khaji and makes it more friendly.
Yeah.
And it starts to, learn from humanity and not want to be the aggressive taker over of worlds.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we're really seeing towards the end of the trailer. With,
definitely.
Khaji helping.
And I think we saw that in the first one as well, especially the nice choice line, which I thought had really great delivery to it. But yeah, just kind of seeing more of her involvement in this as well. And like I said, more of her personality coming out. And that I think will make for a pretty fun dynamic, I think. And it's crazy because I'm not that familiar with Becky G, but I think her delivery is pretty cool in this.
I mean, she was a Power Ranger. So she was a yellow Power Ranger. So we know that much, at least. Another thing we saw a lot more of is Conrad Carapax, who is the enforcer villain of this movie. I think Conrad Carapax and Victoria Kord, who is in this is Ted's sister, are going to be the two main villains of this film, and it's going to be based off a storyline from the comics where Ted's uncle Jarvis Kord was developing a army of indestructible robots, human robotic suits as well. He was just developing a bunch of stuff, which led to Dan Garrett's death and Ted Kord becoming the new Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
So I think that's maybe what we're experiencing in this movie. And when we see that wall of kind of scarabs, they're using the scarab which Ted was in possession of, because as we saw in the first trailer, there was a Dan Garrett and there is a Ted Kord Blue Beetle suit.
Oh yeah, all those Easter eggs that you were pointing out left and right.
Yeah, so I think what happened was she started developing these indestructible suits. She saw that her brother was in possession, found out that he was the Blue Beetle. He was in possession of the scarab, unable to use it. She started to use the technology of the scarab to build this army of cyborg, which we see that Carapax is in this movie. Fun fact, that's kind of a homage to his character in the comics, because while he is not a cyborg in the comics, he does die, and as he's dying, he puts his brain, his thought patterns, into one of the indestructible robots.
All right, that's much different
and
than
he becomes a robot man, essentially. No, he doesn't put his brain in it. He's not that crazy. He's just a regular bad guy crazy. So it's cool to see that they're kind of paying homage to that with him being a cyborg and able to put the suit on like Jaime is able to do.
Yeah.
With the scarab.
No, definitely. For some reason, as soon as you said Enforcer, I was like, it's like the Whiplash to Justin Hammer.
Yeah, almost. Kind of. He's kind of like the Whiplash, except Whiplash was really the brains of that operation.
Here's the brains and what a Justin brain.
Yeah, he's more of the Black Order to Victoria's Thanos.
Gotcha.
Or, any Indiana Jones movie, they always have that one really big dude who Indiana Jones always gives him a punch him up. It's kind of like that. But there's so much more to see in this movie. I'm so excited. I'm really interested in what happened to Ted Kord. I really hope we flesh that out. And like I said, I just hope that we explore the world of Blue Beetle, because there's so much to really dive into in terms of all three of those characters, which is really interesting.
I mean, the biggest thing that I really like that they also displayed in the first trailer is I love the involvement of his family.
Yes.
Because I feel like there's a lot of media nowadays that kind of preaches like family as a moral and just like a huge value for people, but they don't like quite hit the mark, or it just plays into too many dumb cliches of like just having a blind loyalty to family. This, like, I can feel the personalities of like all of them, of some, maybe not all of them, but like of some of the members already, because they feel fleshed out in their own right. And like George Lopez in the first trailer was already a blast, and what I'm assuming is his grandmother was a fantastic scene in this, so I like that dynamic a lot as well.
Yeah, and that's always been another part of Jaime's characters, his family and his heritage and culture, so I'm really excited to explore that aspect of the character as well. But I think that this movie looks like real fun. Oh
yeah, this was like, even before like any of the stuff with Flash or Shazam, was easily my most anticipated DC movie of at least the last year or two.
Yeah, and I really think that this has the opportunity to give us just a simple movie, and people need to just accept this movie for what it's going to be. It's going to be a simple, fun superhero movie.
Absolutely. And it's like, whether or not it like truly connects to anything else, I think if it's a solid movie, that's the most you can really ask for.
Absolutely. If you guys like this video, make sure to check out our other reactions to the left. Give this video a huge thumbs up if you liked it. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our latest content. And until next time, guys, stay versed.